We provide space to a lot of artists over the course of the year. We produce theater, we present theater, we tour shows around the country. We do a lot of things.
We had barely popped our first pimple when we first came to Horse Trade. It was back in 98, 99, and we basically found our own little private personal clubhouse for the next 15 years.
Less Than Rent has been around since 2010. We're a young company that kind of specializes in large, surprisingly tech-heavy, ultra-caffeinated spins on classical work.
Right now we have a lot of festivals happening. We have Frigid New York, which is our biggest festival, and that's 30 shows over the course of 2 weeks. There's the Burlesque Festival we do every year, and that's the week between Christmas and New Year's. The Fire This Time Festival, which we do in January, and that's an African American Playwrights Festival. We do a lot of things. This was 1998 is when we started. 4 of us at the time, a labor of love. None of us got paid for years. At the time I was driving a horse and carriage in Central Park, but looking at the back end of a horse every day of the week, it gets a little boring. We don't have a particular aesthetic that we look for. That's one of the things I like best about the resident company. They're all very different companies.
We feed off of each other. We're watching each other's shows, we're absorbing a lot of different interpretations of how we're telling our stories because of the fact that everyone has their own unique style and flavor.
I mean, I think the great thing about Horse Trade is that it's home to so many different artists, and it's usually the first home for a lot of kind of up-and-coming theater stars.
One of the other amazing opportunities that we've been afforded because of our affiliation with Horse Trade is the fact that we are able to have so much expansion. And it started off with just the 10-minute plays, but then as it grew, we've been able to expand even further with fully realized productions. And that's all been possible because of the fact that we've been nurtured by this umbrella organization.
Under St. Mark's is a basement space, 45 seats. We have a little beer pantry in the back so people can get beer, wine, sake before the show or an intermission. The Crane Theater, much bigger space, 99 seats, and that one will also be getting a beer pantry in the next few months.
You cannot undersell the value of a drinking audience.
Drink to being single.
I mean, we've done shows with marching bands, we've done shows with knife throwers, we've done, I mean, anything that we can kind of cram into these spaces, we've at least thrown it against the wall to see if it sticks. And a lot of the times it doesn't, but that's kind of the joy of it.
Our last show had 12 actors in it, and the dressing room is not an appropriate size for 12 people. So we took the risk and said, oh, well, the weather will be nice in April. We can have them change in the courtyard. Also, it rained a lot during our run, so it was a horrible idea.
The sheer kind of necessity of downtown theater is that you're kind of thinking on the fly. You're doing theater that is raw and kind of in progress, and it just feels a little bit more, I don't know, exciting, dangerous. You're kind of pushing the envelope to really achieve great heights that you can't get in a 500-seat theater.